What's up, KCL fam? Hey. What's up, Mello? My early arrivals. Hey, Mello. Hey, Ra, you with me this time? I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Melanated Diaspora. Dulce Maria. Hey, girl. Hey. What's up, everyone? So just going to let some people get in here and then we're going to get started. I have a topic I want to discuss with you guys today. And then, of course, we'll open the floor for astrological questions, tarot questions, metaphysical questions, numerology, of course. How's everyone doing this Wednesday? What's up, the man? Yeah. So as you can see, Dad is not here today, or Reginald, as you may know him by, Teach. He is handling some business in Florida, Orlando this week. Last week he was in Hawaii living his best life. This week he is in Orlando. So I'm doing my sidekick duties and holding it down for you guys. Okay. So what's up, Red Rose? Hey, Anisha. Third Eye Open. Peace to you. Danny, what's up? Hey, Ava. Thank you. Let's see. Haru Ma'at. Glad to have you here. Hi, Gordon. Letting everybody file in because, first of all, I'm Voche. And I am the other half of Comedic Centered Living. And my specialty is astrology, numerology, divination. And my passion is to help those on their spiritual journey discover their divinity, discover their authenticity, their individuality, and the path that would best suit them, or how they can actualize their highest potential. My amazing father, who has started this community from the ground up, has created an amazing class that also helps guide people to their power, okay? Helps people understand the truth of human existence, how to get the most out of your life, how to live life on your terms, how to be the powerful gods and goddesses that we were born to be, okay? And how to express our birthright of divinity and just live the most amazing life as it aligns for you, okay? And we also encourage everyone to do their own research, okay? We do not know everything. I do not know everything, but what I do know, I will share with you. I'm more than happy to share with you. What resonates with you, take it. What doesn't, leave it, okay? And once again, always do your own research. Ask your own questions, okay? I do not have all the answers, but what I can do and what I love to do is help teach you all how to find your own answers, okay? How to lean on your own divinity and our own guidance system, okay? Because we all have a guidance system. We all have a spirit team that is helping guide us through this life, okay? We are not in this alone, okay? And there is always help along the journey for those who ask for it. So thank you for, I just want to thank my dad for creating this platform. And helping give me an avenue to express and fulfill my purpose. Okay, I'm here to help. I love to help. And everything I've learned, I love to share it with you all. So, look at Kayla. Look at Kayla coming in already. Thank you so much, love. Much appreciated, Kayla, for that $19.99. Thank you so much. So happy to have you here. What's up, Corey? Arnitha, yes, she said, you help us understand the blueprint path. Yes, and that is exactly what I do. So my specialty is astrology and numerology. as well as tarot. And what that does is it helps you understand your blueprint. Okay, we all come down here with an energetic blueprint that tells us about our psychology, our challenges, our gifts, how we can overcome those challenges to more fully express those gifts and live in our authenticity, live in our truth, and give those gifts back to humanity. Thank you, Kia. Thank you, Kia Ham, for that $5 donation. Thank you for priming the pump, as my dad would say. Priming that pump. Thanks, Kia. Hey, April. What's up, girlfriend? Voche, any Cancer horoscopes for the month of October? To be honest, I don't look at my horoscope month to month because it goes against my lesson of releasing control and the need to always know the answers and know what to expect and just flow. So no, I don't have any Cancer horoscopes for the month of October, but the energy that is present for the collective is Mercury is in retrograde. Okay, it's in retrograde in Libra. And what that means is we are being called to reflect on our relationships. Okay, apply balance, analyze what's serving us and what's not. Okay, let's see. Corey said, "You answered my question without me even asking. You're a special young lady." Thank you, Corey. What was that question? I'm curious to know now. Let's see. Amber S. Thank you, Amber. Much appreciated for that $9.99. What's up, Ruben, Eugene? Royal Guidance. Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So what I wanted to discuss with you guys today was the topic of duality. Okay, the duality of experience. Okay, and what that is, in a nutshell, is the fact that everything around us reflects our yin and yang. Okay, so if there's a front, there's a back. If there's a side, there's another side. Okay, if there's an up, there's a down. If there's an inside, there's an outside. Okay, and so the duality of experience in terms of spirituality. Okay, we have the ego and we have the spirit. Okay, sending love from Barbados. Thank you, Lily. Barbados, gotta visit there one day. Yeah, so we have our ego and we have our soul. Okay, and I've in doing my research, I've seen a few spiritual practices, or there's this connotation that the ego is bad or something to get rid of or to do away with, when in reality the ego is an important part of this experience, an important part of enjoying and fulfilling our purpose in this earth realm, or this earth school, as I like to look at it. Okay, and our soul is representative of our divinity, our infinite life. Okay, the soul lives on forever. The law, I'm sure you've all heard of the law, energy is never created or destroyed. Okay, so all of us, okay, living in this space and time that have a soul, okay, have existed from the beginning of time. Okay, our ego is a character. Okay, so Voche is an ego. She's a character that I'm playing in this life, okay, to serve my purpose, to enjoy, to savor life, and to achieve fulfillment. Okay. See, he says, see, you just did it. I was researching and writing about duality today because there were certain things I had to get a better grasp on. Look at that, Corey. Well, you in tune. Okay, you're in tune with the collective energy, because that I asked Spirit, I was like, what would it benefit me to speak about? You know, what do the people need to hear? Okay, and that was the message I got. So sounds like you are in tune with collective consciousness as well. Okay. Hey Judy, what's up, girl? That's family right there. Hey Judy. So yeah, hey Cynthia. Oh, thank you so much for your Cash App donation last Wednesday. I saw it after the live, but I just want to say thank you, Cynthia. Your generosity is much appreciated. Sending lots of love to you. So, so like I was saying, the soul is a representation of our divinity, our infinity, okay? And the ego, okay? The ego is made up of our experiences, okay? So the ego is the I am this way because this happened to me, okay? The ego represents things that we cling on to define us, okay? Whereas the soul is infinite and can't be defined. Okay. It can be anything, it can be everything, it is everything. Okay. But our ego holds on to identities for the sake of survival, safety. The ego finds safety in definitions and labels. Okay. But what we learn to realize is that um, our identities can actually be limiting in terms of our expansion and the expansion of our soul. Okay, if we cling on to one way of thinking or doing, we limit our expansion and the ability to become something else or to become more or to be more than just how we identify in our roles to our family members or to our children or our significant others. Okay, we are so much more than the roles or identities that we try to fit ourselves into. Okay, so the ego is made up of identities, it's made up of our experiences. The ego is made up of coping mechanisms, okay, and how we have molded our perspective based on, trauma experiences or negative experiences, as well as positive experiences that we received from accomplishments. Okay, so a lot of us can identify or build our ego based on our accomplishments. And that was something that I had to overcome because growing up, I was, how can I put it? I was validated through my ability to do well in school, to do well in sports. Okay. And so I identified with my competitiveness or the ability to climb or be good at something. But I got to a point in my journey where I realized that my confidence was built up on a very shaky foundation. Who was I without all of those accomplishments or without all those things? And if that was what I found security in, then does that mean I'm nothing if I don't accomplish anything? Okay. And I had to find the truth in the fact that I am valid and I am worthy because I am, not because I do. And the ego believes it's valid because it does. Okay. But the soul understands that if I exist, I'm worthy. Okay. I love myself unconditionally. Okay. And so I had to rebuild my confidence based on that understanding that I don't have to do jack shit to be worthy of love, to be worthy of everything that I desire in this life. Okay. And the ego is also projections. Okay, so the ego is our outer world. This is the physical, the body. Okay, what we can see and touch with our five senses. Okay, and the soul is our inner world. It's our imagination, it's our dreams, it's our thoughts, it's our emotions, it's our energy. Okay, it's how we express our energy. Okay, so whereas the soul is creativity, okay, we create with energy, we create with mind, we create with thought. Okay, the ego is what expresses it and experiences it. Okay, so in terms of duality, one is needed for the other. Okay, so a soul without an ego is just in infinity. Okay, it just is. It's not centered in a dimension or an experience. Okay, and an ego without a soul is a zombie, so to speak, in a lot of ways. Okay, so the goal is to allow our soul expression or allow our soul to express itself through our ego. Okay. And what can get in the way of that? Thank you, Ruben. He said, real talk, goddess boy Shay. Thank you. Thank you, Ruben. That's spam once again. Okay. Eugene said, you kiss your mom with that mouth? No, I don't. But for other reasons. But we're not going to go there. Anyway, okay. The soul or the duality of experience acknowledges that our ego is used as a tool, okay, for expression, for enjoyment, okay, for savoring life. And when we go within and we imagine what we want to creatively express, okay, our soul and our ego are aligned. Now, the things that get in the way of your soul and your ego being aligned is not acknowledging your inner world, okay? Having your subconscious mind be on autopilot, not being aware of what you are energetically oozing, okay? Because we're all always projecting something, okay? Now, if you're aware of your projections, or if you're aware of the fact that you are experiencing your outer reality, then you are aware that the only thing you can control, okay, to alter our outer world, we have to be in control of our inner world. Okay. And that's what the purpose of meditation is. So let me read this before I continue. She said, wow, just 2 days ago I said, I deserve it, and my existence is validation enough that I belong here, regardless of what I have or haven't accomplished in this society's definition. I love it here. Yes, Kayla, powerful. Once again, in tune with those collective energies. I love it. Love it. Very high vibrational. So yeah, in order to gain awareness of our inner state, okay, gain control of our inner state, that is what the purpose of meditation is, okay, to go within and take inventory of what you're thinking, okay, what you have on autopilot, what your beliefs are, what do you believe about yourself, what do you believe about reality, okay, because your reality is a reflection of your inner world. Your inner world is a reflection, I'm sorry, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So I like to use the analogy of a mirror. Okay. When you're looking in the mirror, you can't, you are the one that creates or controls what is seen in the mirror. Okay. The mirror doesn't control you. Okay. And so when you are not happy or when you're dissatisfied with your outer reality, what the ego wants to do is act. Okay, it wants to be in control. It says, well, if I do this, then I'll create this. Okay, and then that's when we get into the pattern of trying to force something. Okay, or we look for our outer reality to prove what we know is possible within. But that is a backwards way of thinking. Thank you, Corey. When you write your book, may I please have a personal signed copy? Most definitely, when I get to that part of my journey, for sure. But yeah, your point of power, okay, to alter your outer reality is by going within and becoming an energetic match or a vibrational match for what you want to experience on the outside, and taking aligned action with your inner guidance. Okay, so just like I stated at the beginning of this live, we all have an inner guidance. Okay, we have our higher self, we have our spirit team that can consist of guides, ancestors, aliens, so to speak, or energies that aren't necessarily incarnated on earth but are helping assist on earth. Okay, entities such as gods and goddesses like Aphrodite or Oshun. Okay, there are so many energies that have the potential to work with us if we open up and increase and enhance our awareness and sensitivity of our inner world. Okay, so that was, thank you, Olatunji, appreciate it. That was what was meant to be understood when they claimed that the world was ending in 2012, okay, because humanity exists in cycles, okay, and 2012 marked the end of the cycle that focused on masculinity or projection, okay. Masculine energy projects, that's why I have a penis, it goes out, it shoots out, okay, and femininity receives or goes within, okay, it's internal, it's felt, okay, it creates within. So that shift in 2012 was shifting from focus on the outer world and doing and capitalism and climbing the social ladder, and has now shifted to emphasize and focus on our inner world, okay, on our feelings, our emotions, what we truly value, what a fulfilling life actually looks like for us individually, okay, instead of everyone being funneled down that path of, do make money, pay bills, survive, okay, and that's a very masculine or a characteristic that aligns with masculinity is survival. Okay, masculinity also is a reflection of the ego. Femininity is a reflection of our inner world or our soul. Okay, so that duality, both need each other, or both are parts of the whole. Okay, so yin and yang, masculine, feminine. Okay, so what is the soul made up of? Okay, the soul consists of energetic memory. Okay, memories from past lives, from other realities, okay, or karma, so to speak, and depending on your beliefs about that, okay. The soul is made up of the understanding of oneness, okay. The soul knows that I exist as part of a whole, okay. I am a drop in the ocean, so to speak, and I am one perspective of the whole, okay. Thank you, Royal Guidance. Much appreciated. The soul understands unconditional love, which is you don't have to do anything to be deserving of love. You are love because you exist. Okay, that is the highest vibration in the universe is love, and that is our default. That is what we are all made of, is love. The soul understands this. The ego, however, can distort this based on the experiences that we have on Earth, because Earth has such a drastic what's it called, spectrum of experience in terms of polarity. Okay, the soul understands, or the soul is understanding. Okay, whereas the ego can be very judgmental, the soul understands that we are all here having a human experience. Every single one of us has challenges and obstacles that we have to go through, as well as a light to shine. Okay, the soul is the observer. Okay, whereas the ego is the experiencer. Okay, so when you can become the observer as well as the participant, you are truly walking in an enlightened state. Okay, because you understand that, one, that this is an experience, and that if I observe versus just getting lost in it, or I forget that I'm participating, okay, and I think that this is all that is, or my perspective is only limited to what's in front of me, okay, you're limiting your experience. Thank you, April. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad you're enjoying it. And I'll be opening the forum up for questions in just a little bit. Okay. And yes, you are absolutely right, Royal Guidance. Love is the universal language. April, man, that's sis right there. Love you so much, April. Yeah, and the soul is also observations. Okay, so when we transition from this physical body back into our original state, okay, you go up to like this observation room, and you're gonna look over your life and observe what you experienced, okay, and learn from it, because Earth is a school. So you're gonna have a review session, okay, once we transition from here. And that's another characteristic of the ego. Okay, the ego is what dies. The ego experiences constant death. Okay, every time you learn something new or gain a different perspective, your ego dies and is reborn. Okay, when you leave this earthly physical body, your ego dies. Okay, and then there's just the soul. Okay, so the ego is in a constant cycle of death and rebirth, but the soul exists and observes infinitely. Okay, the soul is creative and the ego is expressive. When the two are aligned, you creatively express your authenticity. Okay, so with the awareness that I am a soul having a physical human existence, okay, I want to express my authenticity. I want my soul to shine through everything that I do, everyone that I touch, okay, and I don't want to live through my lens of false identities, or be stuck in a box of this is all that I can be, or this is who I am. I'm constantly expanding. I'm not the same person I was yesterday, let alone 5 minutes ago. Okay. And when you are open to continuous expansion, your ego is constantly dying, but death is no longer scary. Okay. It's welcomed because I just keep expanding. I just keep getting brighter. Okay. And the more that we each individually commit to our expansion, okay, each one teach one, it is very contagious. And as you commit to your growth, the people you touch, you're also lighting and planting a seed in them. Okay. So when I was ever since I was young, I was the little girl that believed I could change the world. Okay. And whereas I had to learn that doesn't necessarily look like protesting, or being active in that way. The way that I'm meant to change the world is by being my best self. Okay. By going in and addressing what the problem is, which is people not being aware of their power, how powerful they are, and what you can create from a perspective of power. So that's where my work started. Okay. How can I be the best me? How can I share my gift with others? How can I peel back the layers of distortion that my ego has created based on my experiences, based on my pain, based on my accomplishments? How can I strip all that so that what is left is the truest expression of my authenticity, the truest expression of my soul? Okay. Yes, thank you, Royal Guidance. Y'all don't forget to give this live a thumbs up if you're enjoying, if you're getting something from it. And thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you, Brenda. Much appreciated. Yes. So the soul asks, who am I? Okay. The spirit asks, the ego asks, who am I? Okay. The soul asks, what am I? Okay. So once again, the who is coming from the perspective of the need to be defined. Okay. Voche is who. Okay. My soul is what. Your soul is what. We are all what. Okay. Having a mutual experience, so to speak. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Goddess. You have taught me so much in such a short time. Priming the pump. Thank you, Danny. Much appreciated. Oh, you guys, really warm in my heart. Okay. So the ego says, I am what I experience. Okay. Meaning, once again, it's limited based on defining itself on what's outside of it. Okay. The soul says, I am that I am. I am worthy because I am. Okay. So I am that I am simply means I exist, therefore I'm worthy. I'm capable of all and everything I desire to experience because I create it from here. And if I can see it, I can experience it, I can touch it, I can have it. Okay? Because that's why we are here, is to savor the experience of life. Okay? So now how does that relate? Oh, sorry. Let me see what Corey has to say. Damn, you have me attention like a Saturday morning cartoon. You are changing our world. Your vibes will be here forever. Thank you, Corey. Speak that on me. Thank you. Much appreciated. So, how does duality tie into astrology? We got to bring it full circle, right? Okay. So, in astrology, our ego is represented by our sun sign. Okay. And from my perspective, our soul is represented by our rising sign. Okay. So in terms of the sun being our ego, I'll just use myself as an example. I'm a Cancer sun. Okay. So my ego was formed around my emotional interactions. Okay. My experiences with people understanding me or not understanding me. Okay. My experiences with my emotions being validated, with feeling emotional security, and my striving or my desire to do was coming from the motivation, or my ego was motivated to, one, create security, to connections, okay, deep connections, nurturing connections, okay. And three, being in tune with my inner world or my femininity. Okay, Cancer is the divine mother. It's the bridge between the physical and the metaphysical. Okay, so that's how my ego wants to express itself. It wants to nurture. It wants to love. It wants to take care of, and it also wants to savor life and know that I can go to the store and buy whatever I want or have all of my needs met. Okay, my soul, however, is, or my rising sign is Leo rising. Okay. The goal of Leo rising is to illuminate, is to teach through having fun. Okay. It's to give life to, it's to be a warm, bright, expressive light. Okay. So a lot of my life lessons have been dedicated to peeling back emotional trauma or um, redefining myself, not through my emotional experiences, but by what my soul truly wants to express here. Okay. And so, overcoming shyness, overcoming social anxiety, overcoming the fear of not being understood were all things that I had to do shadow work on, or on my ego, to uncover the true expression of my soul, which is Leo, the light, the sun, the expressive. Leo doesn't mind being seen. Leo is not shy at all. Okay, so a lot of the time I have to do psychological work with my ego, okay, so that my soul will shine through. Royal Guidance says, wow, that makes sense. You are definitely a light. It's clear to see and feel. Thank you so much. I have worked on this, guys. Once again, I kind of briefly touched on it in the last live, but to even be here talking to you guys tonight, I had to do a lot of shadow work. Okay, so yeah, for sure. So I just want to open the field for any questions. Okay. Eugene Dorsey says, what about Cancer rising? Okay. So Cancer rising is here to, once again, nurture. It's here to give understanding and understanding. Cancer risings create a safe space, okay, for others. My dad is a Cancer rising, and that was one of the things that I really loved about growing up with him as my father, is that I always felt understood. I always felt heard. Never judged. He always created a safe space for me to express myself. Okay. And that's what Cancer rising is here to do. And things that Cancer rising has to get out of the way of is Cancer risings are very sensitive in the sense that they can be defensive, or based on their experiences of how people treat them, they can be very guarded, or take things very personally. But what they have to learn is that nothing is personal. Everyone is projecting from their own experience, and each experience is put in front of you for you to learn from, not to judge or get angry or feel away. It's like, this is what they're presenting to me. But what can I actually learn from this experience? What's behind this angry projection? Because a lot of times anger can be a mask for sadness. Okay, and so a Cancer's rising lesson would be to break down their wall, okay, and get behind their mind and see what's really going on. And in doing so, their soul illuminates that energy within them. And if you illuminate it, you can release it. You can allow it to expand. Okay. So Cancer risings are healers in that sense of offering their psychic ability and emotional understanding to offer those a safe space to release emotional energy. Okay. Okay, so just a reminder, okay, if you appreciate my knowledge, if you appreciate my perspective, okay, if you have a question and you want me to give you a reading, show me you appreciate me by priming that pump, okay? So just putting that out there. Mr. Chastain says, I'm a Cancer sun also, but my rising is Libra. What does that mean? Libra rising, okay? So Libra is the sign that deals with relating, okay, creating harmony and balance, okay, bringing beauty to wherever you show up, okay. Libra is all about fairness. And what a lot of Libra risings have to learn is balance between people pleasing, okay, and learning what balance actually is. So if you're always compromising or always doing what other people want, or is so concerned about people's perception of you, okay, you're not honoring your authenticity and who you truly are. So Libra rising's goal is to one, just be authentically you. Okay. Not always try to people please or be what other people want you to be. Understand that your needs are just as valid. Um, hmm. And Libra also is the sign that deals with understanding multiple perspectives. And that's how it bridges the gap of harmony, because it can understand his truth, her truth, your truth, okay, and find a common ground for everyone. Libra risings are often very charming, very handsome or beautiful. They have symmetrical faces. Um, and yeah, so Libra rising is also here to understand and create balance. Okay. Rider 14 says, how do you find out what your rising signs are? I only know my zodiac sign is a Virgo. Okay, so Kaz, your rising sign is determined by your exact time of birth. Okay, and we have a sign for every planet in the solar system. So if you're a Virgo sun, okay, you also have a moon sign, you got a rising sign, a Venus, a Mars, and all those play a part in your expression. Okay, so your moon sign is your inner emotions, your Mars sign is your motivation, your will, how you assert your will, how you want to get things done. Okay, your Venus is how you give love, receive love, what you're passionate about, and also what you need to learn about love. Okay. And so on. So there's so much you can learn about yourself from your birth chart and knowing your time of birth. Okay. Thank you, Ruben. Always priming that pump. Peace and love and abundance, family and friends. And Goddess Voche, your 2 Live is outstanding. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Let's see. Mello says, thank you, Mello, for that $9.99. He said, Leo rising, Virgo sun, Taurus moon. Wondering what you think. I know the Taurus moon is exalted, but I feel it brings some balance to my big 3. So I'm also a Taurus moon. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Taurus moon, Taurus is actually a mix between Cancer and Leo. But what having a Taurus moon makes you someone who analyzes emotions in a very reasonable way. Okay. It's like, how can I grow from this? Okay. How can I analyze my emotions in a way that enlightens me, brings me wisdom? Okay. And that's one of the gifts of the archetype of Taurus, is that it understands what something needs to grow. Okay. So Leo rising, hey, all right, love that. So I just gave the summary of what Leo rising is. But yeah, so if you're a Virgo, that means your sun is in the 2nd house, which also gives your sun Taurus vibes. Okay, so once again, this gives you a keen eye in understanding how to efficiently apply your energy to allow something to grow. Okay, and being willing to be diligent and allow it to take time. Okay. So very efficient energy. Luna Renee says, this is much needed knowledge. Thank you. You're most welcome, Luna. Most welcome. Brenda, that's family again. She says, if there are those periods that humanity goes through, are we all pulled along into the energy of that period, or are our spirits, if enlightened, expected to rise above the period? So that's an amazing question, Brenda. And we all chose to incarnate at this moment in space and time because our souls felt like the energy present would provide the lessons and fulfillment that our soul came to earth for at this moment in space and time. So no, it's not necessarily we're rising above it. We're making the most of it. Okay. So that's why we had an experience like COVID in 2020, where there was a mass awakening, where everyone was forced to be still and not try to strive and build, but to go within and reflect, and focus more on our inner world. So that was a mass worldwide shift. Okay, so you can try to fight against it, okay, but you may find that it's harder, because what I find now is people are less motivated to, go to work, or sit in an office, or, work 9 to 5, or work 60-hour weeks. It's just, we're realizing that's not sustainable, and as well as it doesn't support a healthy, fulfilling, and balanced life. Okay. Because if you're literally just living for the weekend, out of them 2 days, you're probably too tired to even live or discover what's possible for you, or, travel or enjoy the life that you're creating. Okay. So this is a time where we're balancing, okay, our inner world with our outer world. So great question, Brenda. Thank you. Brown Sugar and Curl says Gemini Sun, Virgo Moon, Capricorn Rising here, sending love and light to all. Love that. Geminis are one of my favorite signs. So I love Geminis and Scorpios and Virgos. Y'all my third favorite, because y'all are a necessity. It's always great to have a Virgo in your life. But yeah, love Geminis. Thanks, Brown Sugar. Danny, hey, thank you so much. She says, I'm a Libra sun and an Aries rising and an Aries moon. How do I deal with the Aries part? Because this fire energy is constantly conflicting with my Libra sun. So hold on, let me think about that. Okay, so that means that Aries is in your 7th house. Okay. No. Libra sun. Okay, so your moon. Okay, your moon is in your 1st house and your sun is in your 7th house. Okay. So this makes you someone who is very sensitive, and kind of can give you Cancer rising vibes, because you have your moon in the 1st house. So um, one of your challenges is to become emotionally aware and be the observer. Okay. And observe before you react. Okay. So that's how you can balance that energy out, is by observing your emotions, and directing your fire versus just being like lightning bolts. Okay. Because your Aries can come in handy in terms of balancing you out, because once again, Libra can be that people pleasing energy, but Aries is like, look, this is what I want, this what I want to do, and this what I'm gonna do, and I don't care how you feel about it. Okay, so the positive of that is that you do have that balance, and the way you can balance those is by becoming the observer of your emotional expression, versus reacting. So hope that helps you, Danny. Let's see. Brenda says, of course, that makes sense. We chose to incarnate. That's what we signed up for. So our souls could expand during the period. Exactly. Exactly. And if you chose to come down here at this moment in space and time, and you are um, interested in becoming your best self and expanding, then it's like your soul was also sent here to help with the shift. Okay. To help everyone shift into that time of inner awareness. Okay. So when we have these great shifts like that, it's like the super team is sent in terms of incarnation, sent in to help with this shift, okay, and bring that shift in. So that's why there's so many spiritual teachers, and spirituality has really come a long way, okay, and it's more mainstream now than religion, okay. So yeah. Let's see. Eugene Dorsey says, I have retrograde Libra North Node in the 3rd house. That would make me a peaceful warrior of sorts. I could see that. Yeah. Very introspective. Yeah, very understanding of those around you. Ra the creator, hit that like button, family. What she said. What she said. Thank you, Ra. Appreciate you. Let's see. Rolling on through. Rolling on through. Mr. Chastain says, oh, wait, sorry. If sun equals ego and rising equals soul, can you please explain what our moon sign equals? Okay, so our moon is like, it's literally the bridge. Okay, so our moon deals with our emotions, energy in motion. Okay, so our moon tells us about our inner world and how we process energy, how we filter energy through our reality and through our existence. Okay, so by understanding your moon, you understand what you're emotionally emitting. Okay. So for instance, as a Taurus moon, where the moon is exalted, my superpower is the ability to calmly become aware of my emotions so that I'm emitting calmness. I'm emitting understanding or peace or patience or things of that nature. Okay. So understanding your moon sign lets you know how you filter energy through your being. Great question, April. Great question. Dulce Maria, thank you, girl. She says, could you explain Pisces sun, Leo moon, and Aquarius rising? Okay. So Pisces sun, okay. So the Pisces literally represents the inner world. It literally represents everything we cannot tangibly touch. Pisces is pure energy. It is spirit. Okay. So when you're a Pisces sun, this means that your soul is more so front and center. Or a lot of Pisces can feel like a fish out of water in a sense of feeling like this world isn't really real, or it can feel, and I kind of can relate to that because my sun is in the house of Pisces. But saying that to say, Pisces sun is dealing with filtering energy. Pisces is always filtering energy, and that's why they're also so creative, because they're like these very clear channels for energy to express itself through. And Leo moon, well, no, let's talk about the rising first. Aquarius rising, this is the sign that deals with intuition as well as chaos, creating chaos in order to create a new order. So Leo, if you are at Aquarius rising, you are here to disrupt the pattern. You are here to be your unique, authentic, weird, eccentric self, okay, in order to catalyze something in others, to awaken something in others, okay, to give others permission to embrace their uniqueness or their weirdness. And I use the term weird very endearingly because I consider myself a part of that. But an ego identification. But saying that to say, Aquarius rising souls are here to disrupt the pattern by being their unique self. Okay. So Leo moon, how does Leo bridge the gap between, or bridge the energy between Pisces and Aquarius? Okay. Leo is here to once again bring inner warmth, okay, or express warmth from the inside out through creativity, through self-expression, through motivation and encouragement. Okay, so Leo moons are very encouraging of themselves. Okay, and Leo moons have to learn how to give themselves that inner validation. Okay, instead of searching for that emotional validation from others, because Leo moons can be known to need a lot of emotional attention. But with that, Leo moon's nurturing or energetic vibe is very warming, very generous, very expressive, okay, and inspiring through that expression of warmth. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Dulce Maria. Mr. Chastain says, I've really been studying the other side of spirituality and metaphysics. I was nearly a Christian preacher. I have been wanting to talk or preach, so to speak, but I'm scared of the backlash. Okay. And that's not uncommon, that what we desire to do most, we also fear. Okay. And so the goal is to go and face every fear that makes us feel that we are invalid or unworthy of what we dream of. Okay. And facing it and rewiring your mind, African rewire. Okay. Rewiring your mind to believe in your power. And what we believe about ourselves is what we project energetically, and that is what others feel about us. Okay. So if you believe you are an amazing public speaker, if you believe you're an amazing preacher, okay, that people want to hear what you have to say, okay? That is what will be reflected back to you in your reality, okay? So project and then observe the reflection, okay? April, thank you. She says, right. Thank you for the reminder, Queen. You are most welcome, April. Most welcome. Let's see. Amber says, Amber S. Capricorn Sun, Pisces Moon, Virgo rising here. Can you explain the Virgo energy placement a bit? Okay. So Virgo risings are here to observe and perfect, or efficiently figure out the most efficient way to do things. Okay, so Virgo risings are often scientists. Okay, and they go through life in a very trial and error fashion. Okay, trying out to see what actually works for them. Okay, so Virgo risings can get frustrated at times because the path isn't a direct shot. Okay, it's once again it's trial and error. So just a little bit on Virgo rising. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, we got some Cash App donations. Thank you, Cynthia, once again with the 50. Oh, you be coming through, Cynthia. Thank you so much. And Frederick Johnson, thank you for your $9.99 donation. Much appreciated. You guys really warm my heart. Thank you so much. Brenda Chandler says, I've Cash Apped you through my dad's account. I hope that's okay. I don't see yours on the live feed. Oh, yeah, that's all good. Dad got me. He got me for sure. Thank you, Brenda. Ava Cotton says, thank you so much for your donation. She says, Sun in Capricorn, rising Leo, and Taurus moon. Another Taurus moon, sister. Hey, girl. Okay, so Capricorn Sun automatically is about creating security, building lasting wealth, being the boss. Capricorn Suns love to run stuff, okay, meaning like managerial positions, or, you know, being the person who's delegating things, as well as working for themselves. Capricorns are great entrepreneurs. The challenge with Capricorns or their ego is that they see themselves at a high position. And if they feel like they're not at that position, okay, they can be very hard on themselves or feel like they're not worthy of having fun or enjoying life because they feel like they're not where they need to be. So it's like, what I'm playing for, there's work to be done. Okay, so Capricorn risings have to really work on that ego in terms of knowing that you are valid because you exist, not because you have accomplished. Okay. Capricorns love to mentor or teach or share wisdom and knowledge and create goods and services that help people also climb. Okay. And then Leo rising, talked about Leo rising. Once again, it's here to express the light of your soul through whatever you're passionate about. Okay, so your ego feeds your soul. So if your Capricorn rising maybe wants to teach or start a business, your Leo rising can put a Leo flair on it, in a sense that whatever business you start, maybe be working with kids, or maybe surrounding having fun or performing or doing something that gives life to, or makes life interesting or gives warmth. Okay. And then Taurus moon is the bridge to that. So Taurus is very feminine. It's divine feminine energy. Okay. So it's the bridge of, how can I make this beautiful? Okay. How can I turn my pain or trials into something beautiful, or make something beautiful grow? Okay. Once again, Taurus moons understand what someone or something needs in order to grow. Okay. So thank you, Ava. Danny again. Oh, much appreciated. She says, my daughter is an Aries sun, Cancer moon, and a Leo rising. All these Leo risings. She is watching along with us. Hey, daughter, tonight for the first time. What's up? Welcome, welcome. So Aries sun, Aries is the initiator. It's the starter. It's the sign that's going to go after what it wants. Okay. It has a very focused approach to life. And Aries is the sign that's about to break down every wall to get to where it's going. Okay. Aries is masculine energy. Okay. Um, Cancer, I'm sorry, let's go to Leo and then we'll bridge the gap with the moon. But once again, Leo rising is giving life too. Okay. So with that double fire, automatically you are here to inspire in some way, to encourage people to do or go after something in some way. Okay. And then Cancer moon, okay, the Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this just makes you very sensitive, very understanding, understanding of what other people need, understanding of people's inner world. Okay, so that water kind of balances out that aggressive Aries sun energy. So really balancing that need to do with the need to feel and be. Okay, Cancer moons also have to work on not taking things personally or seeing and understanding beyond the projection. Okay. So yeah, and balance nurturing others with nurturing yourself. Okay. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. Thank you, Danny. Okay. Kaz Rider 14 says, my rising sign is Sagittarius. Sun is in Virgo. Moon sign is also Sagittarius. What's the meaning behind it? Sagittarius is truth seeking and speaking. Okay. Learning through experience. Virgo sun is about, once again, efficiency, facilitating knowledge and information, finding solutions, problem solving. And then Sagittarius moon is, once again, learning through bumping your head. Okay. Sagittarius energy is hard-headed, but gains a lot of wisdom because it's not afraid to experience or bump its head or experiment. Okay. So just a brief explanation. Virgo moon and Cancer sun. Okay. Cancer sun ego, once again, is about understanding emotions. Okay. Not being ruled by your emotions, being the observer of your emotions. Okay. As well as others. Okay. And then Virgo moon is efficiently observing emotions. Okay. Virgo moons really have to work on anxiety and overthinking possibilities and scenarios. Okay. So, expressing your emotions may give you anxiety, or this can manifest as being someone who finds comfort in finding solutions. Okay. My sister is a Virgo moon, and one of her mottos is there's always a solution. Okay. So, brief explanation. What does the Libra moon mean? Okay. So emotionally, this means that your inner world is all about weighing the scales. Okay. And Libra moons can have a tendency to be, when you try to express your emotions, you may find difficulty because you can see so many sides. It's like, well, I feel this way, but I also feel this way, but I feel this way, but I can also see how I could feel this way. And kind of having trouble expressing how you feel because you can see it from so many perspectives. But also being able to understand the multiple perspectives of others and create balance and understanding and a safe place for people to come and express themselves. And Libra moons often give really good advice or really good insight because they can see multiple perspectives. Okay. Yeah. Royal Guidance says, that's true. I'm cute. That's that Libra energy. Eugene says, my sister is a Virgo sun. Yeah, mine is too. I love and adore her. And that's why I was like, you gotta have a Virgo in your life. But yeah, my family is literally made up of Virgos, Scorpios, and Geminis, and I'm literally the only Cancer. Royal Guidance says, I look forward to more of these lives, and I would also love a birth chart reading from Voche. Thank you. Come see me. Come see me. So for all those interested in a birth chart reading, you can come visit me on my website at vovibes.com, and my scheduling is done on a first come, first serve basis. I am now already scheduling for the beginning of October, so get in where you fit in, okay? Yeah, and for those of you who don't have your birth time, don't you worry about that. Numerology readings are just as enlightening, just as informing, and I'll also incorporate a little astrology in your numerology readings, okay? And if you just need help on any life concerning matter, if there's something going on in your life and you're like, I need to understand what this is, come get a tarot reading, okay? And we will illuminate and enlighten whatever's going on your journey, okay? And you will walk away with greater understanding of what it is it would benefit you to focus on and understand on your path and journey at this time, okay? So, shoe 2 times, $9.99. Thank you. He says, well, I don't know if it's he or she. They said, what's my rising and sun sign? He put his birthday. Your sun sign is for January, February, March, April. You're Aries, okay? I don't know what your rising sign is because you need your time of birth, okay? But you're an Aries. Yeah, definitely Aries. Cynthia, thank you, Voche. You are wonderful. Back at you, Cynthia. Back at you. Thank you so much. How long does it take for a birth chart reading? So my birth chart readings are done via Zoom, face-to-face, one-on-one, okay? And they can usually range from 45 minutes to an hour, 15 minutes, depends. And I always send you the recording a few days after your reading, so you don't have to remember it all at once, okay? You'll have the recording to listen back to as often as you need because it can be a lot of information to take in at one time. And so you'll have plenty of time to digest it. But in terms of if you're asking like how long until you can get one, again, I'm now scheduling for the beginning of October, and my readings are scheduled on a first come, first serve basis. So yeah. Kayla, she said, I've had a numerology reading and it was phenomenal. Voche is very gifted and talented. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kayla. Appreciate it. Love you, girl. Danny H, her readings are worth it. Thank you, Danny. Much appreciated, you guys. I feel the love. I feel all the love. Dulce Maria, thank you for this live. You are more than welcome, love. Thank you for your energy and being so consistent in being here. Much appreciated. And thank you again to Ra. Ra was holding it down for me. Okay, thank you for showing up, Ra. Much appreciated. My moderator. Thank you, thank you. Much love to you, sister girl. So, I think it's about that time. It is. So thank you so much to everyone who gave tonight. Thank you to everyone that came. And thank you for your presence, your energy, and supporting me as well as my dad's channel, okay, Comedic Centered Living. For those interested in joining the fam, I'm going to put that banner up right now. ComedicCenteredLiving.com for those interested in rewiring your mind, finding your purpose, expressing your power, okay? Become a member of the Comedic Centered family, okay? So grateful for my dad for creating this community, this platform, and providing a space for me to interact with all of you guys. Sending so much love. And lastly, once again, if you're interested in a reading with me, you can find me at vovibes.com, okay? So I love you all. Thank you so much again for being here, and y'all enjoy the rest of your week, okay? Bye, guys.